Good morning, everyone. Today in Knowledge Series 3, we will discuss how to write term paper. Right? Our basic layout of a term paper is we have the first introduction, then we have literature, then we have data and mode of inquiry, fourth chapter is results and discussion, fifth is conclusion, recommendations and limitations, and then finally we'll end up with references and appendix. Let me give you an example. Suppose you want to evaluate the scheme Uday. Now in this scheme, while writing the introduction, you may write the details of the scheme. When it was launched, what is the program milestones. You can detail those minute details in the topic introduction. Now when you come to chapter 2, in the last 5 years, 2017 to 2022, whatever progress have been made, did you find any government report or any consulting report? You can record everything in the chapter literature survey. And if you find any gaps or issues, you can document and then you write your objectives. Objective 1, objective 2. You can have more than 2 objectives. There can be 3 or 4. I have given a very simplistic example that you want to study financial efficacy and operational efficacy of the programs Uday. Right? Now in third chapter, how will you proceed? First you find out what type of data you have. Do you have the primary data or do you have the secondary data? I mean, you need to talk to various government officials. You need to find out in how many districts you need to visit. So, the data boundary you can form and the primary and secondary data you can have it from the government department, and then you can formulate the mode of inquiry. How you are going to proceed, whether it's a primary survey or the secondary analysis. Then, in the fourth chapter, you may come up with results and discussions. In results topic, the beauty of results topic is whatever data you have collected, after using proper analysis method, you will document the real-time results, right? Whatever you have observed. After observing, you start discussing with the help of literature. That is what I have shown. Literature has a linkage of discussions. You have received some results. Does it have any relationship with the previous literature, any other government report, or any progress made in Uttar Pradesh or Karnataka or Tamil Nadu, right? So those things or any other consulting report you may discuss or you may highlight here in the discussions. Now in the fifth chapter, then you start writing conclusions. As a B school student, you have to be very careful. When you start with objective 1 and objective 2, you must have the answers in the conclusion for objective 1 and objective 2. You started with operational efficiency, you have to answer. You started with the investigation of financial efficacy, you have answered here. Then, if you feel that certain things have evolved which need to be recommended for the policy making out of your study, right? That you can recommend here. Then you can also see the limitations, whether you have made a visit of 1 district or 4 blocks or 5 districts, still few things are remaining, or there was the fund constraint or time constraints. Whatever limitations of the study you have, you can record, right? And then finally you come up with the references. And then appendix. Appendix is what? It is the collection of all supporting documents which is not adjusted somewhere in the results. Let me give you the example. Suppose you have used questionnaire, right? You have a template for that. Output of questionnaire you have adjusted somewhere in the results after analysis, right? But the performer of questionnaire, it will come in the form of appendix. Similarly, if you have carried out focus group discussions, outputs are recorded in results, but the performer of focus group discussions are recorded in the appendix. I mean, if you use this simple layout, you can conclude your term paper or summer internship report. Now, after writing all the 6 chapters, then you can conclude your topic either in the form of abstract or executive summary, right? I mean, you can follow this simple approach. You can write your term paper, you can write your dissertations at the master's level, and you can also write your summer training report. So this is the simple layout that the B school students need to follow. Further we'll discuss in the knowledge series 4. Okay, wish you all the best.